This is the Bang & Olufsen Beosound A1 2nd Gen, and I've been using this speaker for the past 2 months now, and I'm gonna be giving you my review on this Bluetooth speaker and whether you buy it. So let's begin. Okay, so let's briefly talk about the design. Now, in typical Bang & Olufsen fashion, you have this nice, simple circular design for the Beosound A1, coupled with nice finish and nice materials. On top, you have this nice ionized aluminum material for the upper half of the speaker, and on the bottom you have this soft plastic, I guess. I'm not really sure what this is. Now, what I found funny is if you look at the images, especially for the silver color, the bottom half of the speaker and the upper half of the speaker should be relatively same in terms of the tone of the color. But for some reason, the bottom half of the speaker has like a very brownish tone, and the upper half is as it should be. So that I found a bit weird. Until I saw some other demo units in store which had the same look. So it's a bit weird that on images it looks like they should be in one color, but actually in reality they look different. But anyway, just a small touch to pick out. If you choose any of the other colors, I don't think it has that issue. And by the way, you got a lot of colors to choose from. You got gold, pink, green, black, this silver, and many more Bang & Olufsen might occasionally release for special editions. They also provide this nice, cool looking waterproof leather loop, as Bang & Olufsen calls it, with a nice Bang & Olufsen branding, so you can hang this around somewhere if you want to. And on the speaker itself you have 6 buttons. You have the play and pause, volume up and down, power button, your mic button to mute it, and your Bluetooth pairing button. Now on the speaker itself, if you have an LED indicator which shows you whether the speaker is on, when it's charging, when it's pairing, as well as when you're on a phone call. The speaker charges via USB-C port, and if you're wondering, no, you cannot play back through USB-C. You cannot play your audio wired, it is wireless only. I've tried that, but unfortunately that didn't work. The device does recognize that it's connected to the Beosound A1, but it won't work, unfortunately. Bang & Olufsen advertises only as a wireless speaker. They sell it as a wireless speaker, so unfortunately it is Bluetooth only. Now let's quickly talk about the specs. This speaker has Bluetooth 5.1 codec. It supports Apple AAC and aptX adaptive. So I guess AAC is for Apple devices and aptX tends to be for Android devices. The frequency response range for the speaker is 55 Hz to 20 kilohertz or 20,000 Hz. So it does fall in the standard range. However, as we can see, it is not to the standard of 20 to 20,000. So it is a bit lacking, I guess, in bass. But then again, that is understandable considering the size of the speaker. This speaker supports multi-point connectivity, so you can pair up 2 devices simultaneously if you want to. And in terms of battery life, Bang & Olufsen claims up to 18 hours of battery life, which with my use case, I don't listen to music for 18 hours straight, but I've definitely found out that, yeah, the battery life on the speaker is great. So if you want to take the speaker to a party, maybe a night out with your friends, it's going to last you a long time, no problem at all. Now, like with all Bang & Olufsen products, this speaker does obviously have support for the Bang & Olufsen app, which I would recommend you do get and install and set up, because it allows you to gain access to the customizable EQ, which you can use to tailor the speaker to your sound preferences. You can customize the bass and the treble, and I would definitely recommend you do that, because out of the box the speaker does sound pretty good. However, I found my preference to be different. For different music, you definitely want to play around with EQ, because you'll definitely get more out of the speaker. And of course, as I said, this speaker can be used as a speakerphone. It does have 3 microphones built in. This speaker also supports Amazon Alexa integration, so if you do set it up, you can use Amazon Alexa with it. However, it does require an internet connection for it to fully work, and I believe it also requires a connection with your phone as well. That brings us now to the sound quality. How does it sound? Well, to put it simply, if you want crystal clear sound with clear vocals and sharp and crisp treble, then this speaker is definitely for you, especially if you're the kind of person who listens to jazz, maybe R&B, classical music which involves a lot of vocals and instruments in the background. This speaker is definitely going to surprise you with its clarity considering its size. Don't get me wrong, an audiophile will definitely look at it and say, well, it's average. But for an average consumer, you know, if you want to look for yourself into a premium portable Bluetooth speaker, this is definitely one of the best out there on the market right now. It doesn't really have a lot of competitors in its segment, as not many other premium hi-fi brands create a portable speaker this small that provides this great of sound quality. And I know I'm getting a bit of off topic here, but sound quality, how is it? Well, I listen mostly to R&B, jazz, but I also sometimes do like to listen to rap music and all sorts of genres, I guess. And I found that this speaker is, as I said earlier, great for music that involves like vocals and instruments, I guess, clarity, where clarity is key. Because this speaker provides crystal clear sound. Honestly, for the size of it, it is really good. Great soundstage as well, I found it to be. It does a quite good job of like separating instruments from each other and the vocals. Relatively good bass as well. Now, the bass is not the cleanest I've heard. It can get a bit muddy, as I found sometimes with some music. However, for its size, it is certainly powerful. Sometimes I can set the speaker on my table, on my desk, on my bookshelf, and it is that powerful that I can feel it on my floor. So the bass for this speaker is honestly amazing for its size, but I wouldn't say it has the best bass response and the clearest bass I've heard. After all, I found out with Bang & Olufsen products, they are really tailored towards a more, I guess, clarity and treble. Although I found that my preference tends to be to set treble a bit low and put more emphasis on the bass, because if you set treble a bit too high, the speaker can sound a bit teeny and a bit too metallic-y, I guess, to the point that it's unpleasant to listen to, and it just becomes a nuance to your ears. So for my preference, I do like to tone the treble down a bit and add a bit of more bass, which I find the speaker pleasant to listen to at that point. So overall, the sound quality in the speaker is outstanding, I would say, for its size and for its, compactability, I guess, the fact that it's not that big and it only weighs 500 grams, obviously thanks to all the premium materials used. It is honestly great, and I feel like it's gonna surprise a lot of people who are considering this speaker, who want a portable speaker to use maybe to take somewhere to their friend's house, or just maybe for traveling in general. This speaker is definitely gonna deliver great sound quality, and it's gonna satisfy a lot of people. And I guess now that brings us on to the issues I had with this speaker. The only issues I had with this speaker, I guess, is first time pairing. I found that if I want to pair new devices to the speaker, or first time I want to pair new devices, it is a bit of a pain to set up Bluetooth connection on the speaker. But once you do set it up, I've had no issues with connectivity at all. I didn't have any Bluetooth dropouts, and every time I turn on the speaker now, it will automatically connect to my phone or my iPad, whichever it was last paired to. So that's the only issue I've had with the speaker so far, is the fact that first time pairing might be a bit of a pain to connect to, but once you do figure that out, then you should not encounter any issues. So yeah, overall, the Bang & Olufsen Beosound A1 does provide great sound quality, crystal clear vocal mids and highs, with great bass for its size. Now that I guess now brings on to the price. How much does it cost? Well, if Bang & Olufsen retails this at £260, if you go on Amazon, you might find these for retailing for around £180. I found a couple, which is quite expensive. Yeah, it is quite an expensive speaker, but then again, you do consider the fact that you're paying for a nice finish, a nice design, and a great sound quality. So obviously, this does not compete with the likes of JBL, Sony, Ultimate Ears. If you want speakers with, I guess, bass, those are the speakers then you'll probably have to look into. But those people who do actually care about sound quality and want clear sound, this is the speaker for you. Now, the fact that Bang & Olufsen has released this 4 years ago probably means that they might eventually replace this with a 3rd gen A1 whenever that might come out, probably soon. So if you're not in a rush, I would recommend maybe you hold your horses, as they might release a new version of this speaker soon. But if you do want to buy a premium Bluetooth speaker that's relatively compact and easy to chuck into your bag, and with a nice design and outstanding sound quality, yeah, this is the speaker for you. That's been it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.